Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Joanna and I'm glad you're here. I love to DIY on a budget, and if you like to sew, then catch me on Saturdays. Now, let's get crafty. Okay, so y'all are going to get a kick out of these. So I got this frame at the Dollar Tree and it's falling apart, and no, I did not do that, y'all. It's Dollar Tree, okay? So I'm going to take my Type Bond Quick and Thick and I'm going to shove it in my crack holes, and I am going to take my finger and smear it around in those real good, and then I'm going to take clamps and I'm going to clamp it and set it to the side and let it dry while we move on to something else. So I've got this wooden spoon and fork I got in a pack at Dollar Tree. Oh my goodness, it was in the luau part a year or so ago. I don't know. But anyways, you can use plastic ones if you want to. I don't know. They may have more wooden ones. I don't know what they have. But anyways, I'm painted them white, okay? Just on one side. I'm not painting the other side because I'm going to be gluing it, and glue and paint don't mix, in my opinion. So now I'm going to take this frame, now that it's held together, and I am going to take a sponge, okay? Because I do not want to... I had paint trouble. It was drying up, so I had to put water in it and then shake it up and get it to work again and all that yada yada, but I got it, okay? I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? I get nervous and twiddle my fingers. But anyways, I'm going to take this and I'm going to pounce around the outside because I don't want to touch that inside. I'm going to leave it wood. And I just want it to have a black frame, okay? Okay, since I have my frame painted on the outside too, okay? I want that whole outside black too. I'm going to take a paintbrush and I'm going to paint. Haha, you guessed it. Well, you'll guess it in a minute. I'm just going to... It's not a Dalmatian, y'all. It's not a Dalmatian, okay? Look, what am I doing? Yeah, you're right. It's a cow. It's a cow. So I am absolutely loving these cow DIYs, and my daughter loves them. So I'm doing her a few more, okay? These are a surprise. But this one right here fits her sometimes, and it's hilarious. But anyways, I'm going to take my spoon and fork. I almost said I don't know what I was going to say. And I am going to paint my cow dots on here. And yeah, I thought these were so cute. Oh my goodness. Her grandma loved cows. That's why I think she loves cows. I don't know. So there they are. And now I'm going to take, y'all, wait for this. I printed this out on my, I'm sure you could do it on a regular printer, but I did it on my, I did it on my, oh, I don't know what that printer is. It's the one, hold on, shoot, I can't think. What am I thinking? LaserJet, okay? I did it on my LaserJet printer, okay? And then I'm going to use that tool that they gave me for transfers and stick it down and figure out where my cracks are right there. And then I'm going to take my paper cutter and I'm going to trim right where those lines are. I didn't mean crack. Wherever it's, you know what it did? I put a crease in it. I creased it, okay? But anyways, all I did was go on Bing through Microsoft and typed in, I need a black and white goofy cow with his tongue hanging out. And I got this image. I put it in my silhouette. You can do it on Canva too. And then type my words in. You use any font you want. And then that's how I got this. And I am just being simple with this because she absolutely loved that last black and white cow. So all I'm going to do is take my glue stick, okay? And you have to use your finger or whatever with this. You can do Mod Podge, but I didn't want my paper to wrinkle, okay? So I am quickly, but not that quickly. I've got it sped up a little bit. But I am going around here with my glue stick, and I'm purposely getting clumps, okay? Because I'm going to stick it in my corners there and down the sides so that this paper sticks very, very well. I want it all over, okay? So I'm just like a child in school just finger painting, and I'm going at it, boy. But you got to hurry because this stuff dries quick. Well, it did in my house. So then all I'm going to do, make sure your holes are at the top, and I'm going to set my paper in. Well, you know what? Girl got it crooked the first time. You can't see it, but I did. So I'm peeling it up, And then I'm going to lay it back down. And hopefully this goes right this time. Then I got wrinkles all in it. And I was like, well, Joanna, what the world are you doing? So I peel it up again. So I reach over and get that thing. And I'm just going to smooth it. Okay? This is paper. So you can be a little aggressive. And I'm smacking it down in them corners. Any purple glue that comes to the surface will turn clear. Okay? So you don't got to worry about that. Now I'm taking this and I'm poking it down in the corners, showing y'all my half balded head. Sorry about that. And then I got this down there. And I think this is so stinking funny. My husband loved it. He laughed. He said, that's hilarious. So anyways, there it is. Okay, so I really didn't like how stark them was. And look, it blended in too much. So I'm going to take a Sharpie marker. And I'm carefully going to go and outline my fork and spoon. I keep wanting to say spork and just get it over with. But I'm just going to outline these. And then you'll be able to see it on the paper a little better. Okay, so I've got this ribbon from Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm going to see where I want it. And then I'm going to fold over. And then fold over and make a double loop bow. These are so simple. You just fold over and over, okay? After you make your Cancer awareness, you just fold over and over. And then I'm going to cut the bottom off. Okay, I thought I would have tails, but when I get done, you really can't see them because I want my words to show. And there I am swaying again. I'm so sorry. I cannot help it. When that music's playing, I'm moving. And I'm going to take this clip from Hobby Lobby. I've had it for a long time, and I'm going to clip it while I can use my hands. And then I'm going to get a piece of jute string, and I'm going to go in that's why I love this clip. I'm going to go in, and I'm going to tie that as tight as I can tie it, and tie it in a knot, and then I'm going to clip my strings, because I don't want them on there, okay? So now that I've got my tails cut, because I realized they were in my way, I'm just going to take hot glue and glue this right on there. It took me a minute. My glue wasn't coming out. So, yeah, see, I just pushed my tails up because I really want my words to show. Why would I put words on it if I want to cover them up? You know what I'm saying? So I didn't feel confident, so I'm going to take my handy-dandy little stapler. This is in my Amazon store in my general crafting, I think. And I am going to staple that down. It looks a little wonky right now. I'll fix it later. So I'm going to take these daisies that I got at Hobby Lobby. I got these at Hobby Lobby. And I thought about putting the greenery, but I didn't like it. So I'm going to take and put a daisy in there, but it looked a little frumpy. So I'm going to fluff my daisy up some, okay? I just think cows and daisies go together. I don't know. A lot of people like cows and sunflowers, and that's okay too, but I really love cows and daisies. I don't know why. It just is cute to me. So I'm taking one daisy apart, and I'm going to stagger my petals, okay? That means put them in between the other petals, not on top, but in between the other petals. And then I'm going to take another one, and I'm going to stagger that one in between the top petals I just put on. And then I'll take another one, and I'll stagger that between those petals. I hope to God I am making sense, because sometimes I say things, and I don't know if I'm even in the same realm as y'all. I don't even know. But anyways, it makes it a little fuller and fluffier. And then I'm going to put my yellow thing back down in there. Well, it didn't go down in the hole because I had glue in it. So I just cut the stem off. And then I'm going to glue the yellow thing right down in the middle. And then I'm going to take this beautiful flower after I clean the glue off. And I'm going to glue it right dead center of that bow. Simple and easy. And it's so much cuter when you do this like this and have a fuller flower. That cow cracks me up. Oh my goodness. It cracks me up. I'm not kidding. Then I realized I put it down too far, so I'm going to pull it up in a minute. I think. I don't know. Maybe it's the angle. You can see it. Maybe I fixed it later. I don't know. And then I thought I was going to put the string back in, and I thought, no, wait. I had beads. I have white ones and 4 or 5 black ones. So I'm going to put a few white ones and then a black one, then a few white ones, then a black one. While I'm swaying back and forth, I'm going to stop this. I'm just putting beads on this string, okay? And then I'm going to string it on there. Okay, here's what we got. There's how my beads went, and I'm so excited about this one. I can't wait till she sees it. I love it. And that's it. And if y'all hear a fan in the background or a noise, it's hot and my fan is running, and I'm sorry, I can't help it. So, I was showing you they came from Hobby Lobby. I already told you. I don't know why I left this in. See? Hobby Lobby. I got them when they were on sale or whatever, of course. So this next one, I have this container from the Dollar Tree, and then I have stir sticks. I'm just going to take a little bit of paint, okay? This is chalk paint. I use chalk paint. And I'm going to run this around this bottle. You can run it up as much as you want to. Of course, this is going to be milk, okay? I thought, boy, you messed up. You weren't going even. So I slowed down and I'm swaying. Y'all don't need to see all that. So I'm going to add a little water to it, okay? Because it was really thick. My chalk paints are thick. I don't know. I don't use them a lot. I made this one, so I made it a little thicker. But anyway, there you go. Now it's swirling around. And then when I get it swirled around, I am going to pour it out back in the thing. It won't hurt if it's got a little water in it. So I'm going to pour it back out. Okay, there I'm pouring it out. And then I'll clean around the top, and I'm going to let this sit overnight. It sits overnight to dry. And whatever don't dry, I finish pouring it out and I clean the top again. But anyways, that makes it look like it has milk in it, like faux milk, okay? So there I'm cleaning the top because I don't want it, I want it to look like milk, not just paint slopped on a thing. So yeah, set that over to dry. So I have these stir sticks, and these are Walmart stir sticks, okay? You can use any long stir sticks, or if you have regular paint sticks, you can use those and you wouldn't have to cut them down. I couldn't find mine, so I put tape on my sticks to hold them down. And I got to figure out again because I done forgot where I wanted my doodad. And I should have cut these a little longer. I don't know how long it is. I couldn't tell you. I will tell you. I'll go measure it real quick. Okay, so I should have cut them from the top to the bottom at 13.5 inches long. Okay, and I didn't. So for my decal I used, I had to put a strip at the bottom, but you'll see a little bit later. But I've seen people use these, and when they're using them, they're scooting all over their table like that right there. They have a lip on them, and if you put that lip against your table, it will not move if you're holding it tight, okay? Just so you know. I didn't take them to the saw because I didn't want to. So I come up a little short. I'm going to put this stick underneath of it, okay? And I'm going to figure out where I am putting everything, and I totally misjudged. So I ended up where that stick is at the bottom. I ended up cutting it off. Like these sticks I'm fixing to cut off. I eventually cut that bottom stick off, and I glued it to the bottom, okay, with wood glue. Now, I just let it dry. I didn't have no clamps or nothing that big. I'm using Titebond wood glue, and I'm going to take these sticks that I cut off, and you seen I just measured them to the width of my stir sticks there, and I'm going to take wood glue. I'm not using hot glue in this part. And I'm just going to spread my wood glue out with my finger, because I like to play like that. And I put them here. I messed up. I needed to move them up because I really didn't have a lot of room. Make sure when you do this, you measure your crate and then your room for your decal or whatever, your napkin, whatever you want to Mod Podge or decoupage or whatever on here, okay? Make sure you leave your clearance, because I did not. I don't know where my footage went. My camera wasn't recording, but I whitewashed it and the crate, not the back. And I distressed it with Waverly wax, okay? And then I made a sign that said "Got Milk," and all I did was I tried to write it, and it looked hideous. So I did a decal on my silhouette and put that on there. Now I have these two little things from a sticker pack at the Dollar Tree. Y'all, I have stuff from years ago. And I'm just going to stick them down to make them look like hinges, okay? My daughter is FaceTiming me over there. I'm glad she's not there. I don't even know. I don't know what was going on at that point. But anyway, I'm going to, that might be why, that's probably why I didn't record the other. So I've got this little handle. I get these at Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to take super glue, okay? And I am going to wait. There's my cow. Ain't it funny? Oh my gosh, I am in love with these decals, y'all, if y'all can't tell. I love these decals. My daughter loves these. So I'm going to center my cow up a little bit. I'm putting more over to the left because I want to put the handle on, okay? So I'm just going to push him down, and then I'm going to take this and stick it down. Y'all know how I do transfers, so I'm going to rub it Make sure I rub real good on the bottom, and then I'll peel it back, and then there's my cow. It's so stinking cute. And then I just take it and then push it down. These don't burnish like the other ones do. It kind of sticks, but anyhow, yeah. So that is hilarious. I love this cow. And then the got milk, it cracks me up. These are so funny. Well, the last one ain't funny. It's actually a good farmhouse DIY, but these are just cute and funny, and I thought it was hilarious. So anyway, I'm going to take my super glue, and I made a mess. So I pushed it out on that thing, and I'm going to set it down. Look at how thin my hair is. It's ridiculous. I need to start taking my biotin again. But anyways, I'm going to push that down, and then, y'all, I tried to stick screws in here, and I couldn't. I did one, but I ended up drilling little bitty holes and putting the nails that I had at first, I'm trying to hammer in there in it. Okay, they're little bitty nails. My husband's home on his Harley, so y'all might hear that. I'll have to stop until he gets done doing what he's doing. But there's the little nails I tried to hammer in. Just so you know, I couldn't hammer them in because there wasn't room, okay? So I drill holes, and then I put glue on them and push them in the holes. Okay, so now, once I got my screws in, I'm going to take these, I call them flush cutters. I don't know what they're called, but they're flush down to the board. And I'm going to squeeze tight. And I'm going to cut that off. And then it's sticking up a little bit, and I didn't want to get cut. I already cut the other one, see if I could. So I'm going to sand them down, and that worked fine. It sanded them right down to the wood, and they're fine as frog hair, okay? So, yeah. So now I am going to drill holes where those little nuggets are. And this is how I drilled the holes for the handle, okay? I just took a teeny tiny drill bit and drilled my little holes in. And these are teeny tiny, but I did use glue to hold my nails so they didn't fall out. So then I'm going to take these little nails, and these nails come with one of these handle sets. I'm not sure which one. Some come with screws, some come with little tack nails that I can't never get in. And I'm going to put my tight bond in the holes, and then I'm just going to shove my little nails through the holes, okay? And I'm going to do that on both of my hinges. And this is what I did to the handle, all right? So with the super glue and then the tight bond, my handle's not going anywhere. But yeah, that's what I did with those. So I'm going to do it to the other one. They did not come through the back because it's thick right there. So now I'm going to take my box. All right, and I am going to put the tight bond on the two outside, and then I'm going to use hot glue in the middle. I normally don't do this, but I'm in a hurry, and it's going to be a quick hold with the super glue, and then a permanent hold with the tight bond glue. So yeah, and I don't do that very often because I don't like doing it. But anyway, there it is, and it's cute, ain't it? So now I am going, you can see that bottom panel I glued on, but with that box on there, it'll hold the bottom part and to the top. It's in there. So I'm going to take some moss. Y'all know I love my moss, okay? And I'm going to spread it around in there, and I'm going to put my bottle in there. That bottle looked a little weird, okay? It needed something on it. And so I'm going to fix that in a minute. But for now, it's in there, okay? And then I'm going to clean up all this excess moss around the outside of this. So you see that tag down there, it says got milk. Okay, I'm going to take my tag, and that's where I messed up. That's so funny. My handwriting's terrible. And I'm going to take my tight bond, and then I'm going to take just a smidgen of hot glue and put my tag on. Oh, I almost put it on the wrong way, y'all. I would have never got that off. But anyway, yeah. So I put that on there. Okay, it's good and tight. And then I am going to go, I made a decal. I couldn't handle the bottle being plain, so I made a decal, okay? And I just cut this out on my silhouette, and I put the word milk. And I think it's the same that I got on that thing. Yes, it is. I just used the same font. I don't remember what it was. It's just a skinny little font. And then I am going to grab a piece of transfer tape. This is used transfer tape. Y'all don't know. If y'all don't know, you can use this over if it's not too bad. So I'm going to stick it down, burnish it down with this tool. I love this tool. And then I'm going to take it off, and it stuck to me. And then I'm going to stick it to my bottle. I told my daughter, every time I look at that sign, I'm seeing goat milk. I don't know if y'all see it, but instead of got milk, I see goat milk. I don't know why. There's no A in it. I'm so weird. But anyway, now my milk will be in my thing here. And then I'm going to take these daisies, and I'm going to pull them off. Some have 2, some have 3, and I'm going to stick them in here. I later glued all this down in there so it wouldn't fall out. But for right now, I'm just sticking it in there. And this is so stinking cute already. But I ended up gluing one of the daisies. And I didn't doctor this daisy up. I just glued it on there, okay? So yeah, so that's what I did. Y'all might be hearing a lawnmower in a minute because my husband's mowing the yard. So I've got this, and of course, if y'all are Dollar Tree fans, you've seen this at the Dollar Tree a couple years ago. And I wanted to do something different with mine, so I'm taking the local and fresh off. I really like the color, okay? But I didn't like the shininess, so I'll show you what I do with that. But I got that off easy with the razor blade. I didn't have to take acetone or nothing like that to get it off. You could have, but I just scraped it off. And now I'm taking it's not a wet wipe, it's a cleaning wipe. And I'm cleaning my thing off. And y'all, that black stuff was stuck to my fingers everywhere. It was so annoying. So this came in a set of decals, from the same decals I got the cows, I'm pretty sure. And so I'm going to use those to put on this. This is the only one that's not funny. So I put this Mod Podge on first. Okay, the decals are shiny, and then when I put them on and pulled the transfer tape off, I pulled the Mod Podge off. And this is Ultra Matte Mod Podge. I got it on Amazon. It's linked in my Amazon store. This stuff is awesome if you've never used it. It don't even show brush strokes. It's like my favorite Mod Podge now. But anyways, I noticed it wasn't sticking, okay, for one thing. I was having a hard time getting my decal to stick, or my transfer. And then it pulled off the stuff. So since it was shiny, if you're going to do this, go ahead and put your decals on, and then put your Mod Podge over the decals and everything. Okay? It makes it so much better. So here you see me just going over the decals, and where it pulled off that stuff, and it made all of it matte. Okay? So it's not shiny anymore. When all my Mod Podge dries, I'm going to take this, this is not linen, what is this stuff? Muslin. I'm going to take this muslin, and I'm going to rip a piece off. I need it skinnier, because this is not a big thing here. And I'm going to get all my strings off, and then I'm going to tie it in a bow. I don't know why I just tied it in a bow, to see how much I needed. Well, I didn't tie it in a knot first. I just tied a bow, and then it wouldn't sit right, so I had to end up taking it off, but I ended up cutting it. I got my bow where I wanted it and cut it, and then, yeah, my bow's on there. So I'm going to cut it where I need it, and there's my bow on there. Okay, I got these peonies. I had them in my stash. They're from Walmart, okay? And since there is pink on the little transfer I put on there and cotton, I've got only 2 things of cotton. That made me so aggravated. I wanted 3, but I didn't have another one. But it works. It works. So I'm going to take my peonies, and I'm going to cut them down. And I actually was just going to put them in the jar, okay? And I'm pulling all of the greenery up before I cut them off, because I want the greenery in there to help fill it out, okay? So I like my peonies in it, okay? And then just stick my 2 little... That looked good, but they were wiggling around. I had to cut that down. Hold on, my husband started his mower. Okay, you might hear him faintly, but he come in and said, I'm going to start the mower and go to the road to mow first. I'm like, okay, thank you so much. He's so sweet. But anyway, I ended up getting craft foam. Okay, and I'm going to squirt some glue down in that hole. And then I'm going to stick my craft foam in there. It's not much. I just needed it to stick up some. And then I'm going to shove this styrofoam down in there. I wish I could have just used all craft foam, because it was hard to stick that in that styrofoam. But it worked. Okay, it worked. That's the main thing. So I'm trying to find my longest peony. Found it. And I'm going to poke it down in there. Like I said, this was harder. So craft foam was definitely better. So I'm trying to straighten this out, but I don't want to cut it off. I want it as straight as possible, even though it was hard to get in. So I'm just going to rearrange my peonies the way I had them in there, okay? Y'all don't need to see this. I'm just sticking my peonies in there the way that my eyes think it look good, okay? So I got my peonies in there, and then I'm just going to take my 2 cotton pods, and I'm just going to stick 2 of them in there, random, because I only had 2. Like I said, I wish I had 3, but I didn't. And then I'm going to stick my last. Well, then I thought, no, don't stick your peony in there. And then I had some grass, okay? See it over there? These were 2 short ones, 3 short ones, 3 short ones. And then I had the long pampas grass, I think it is. I don't know what it's called. I think it's pampas grass. You don't quote me on that. So I take floral foam and I cut a little piece in half, and I'm going to shove it down in there because I couldn't get that cotton. It kept sinking down in too far. So I put it on top. That way it'll give me something to put my cotton on. My cotton pod thing. Then I'm going to put my last peony in there. This thing is so stinking pretty. I'm not a flower arranger. I just do what looks good to me. So here I'm going to get my grass strands, grass pot. I don't know. See that thing right there I got? That's what I got. And it was sticking up too high. And I thought, well, what am I going to do? I need to cut it off. And then when I cut it off, I thought, what are you going to do with this grass? So I got my little bitty rubber bands. Okay, these are handy dandy to have in your craft stash. And I'm going to rubber band the end of this to tie them all together. And I'm spinning it tight, man. There it goes. It's perfect. It was still a little long. I ended up cutting it off again. So that's what I'm going to do to some of these pampas grasses. Whatever. And then I'm going to stick them down in spurts randomly around my little flower arrangement. Just whatever makes me happy. So this made me happy. It is so stinking cute. Okay, let me show you the final reveal right here. That cow. I love these cows. Oh my gosh. That is so funny. Look, I took, and I'm going to point to it, I put little nails in there. I screwed holes in it and put little nails in there because I thought that looked better. You know, I got nails all in this thing. But ain't that cute? That cow's so funny. I could have Mod Podged over this and made it not so shiny. I might end up doing that before I give it to her. I don't know. I think she kind of don't mind the shiny. And that is hilarious. But I love it. I absolutely love it. And then that is very, very pretty. I just love that right there. But anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And until next time, remember, you are a blessing. Goodbye.